Hello, welcome to a very interesting game. Sadly, this is early access, but in a way, it's not even early access. So, this game is made by the developers of Hard West 1 and 2 and also Rogue Waters. I think this is kind of like an in-between project for the developers, where they're basically just juggling Rogue Waters and Hard West and they turn it into a single game. So, it's Rogue Waters in the Wild West. But sadly, one of the things the developers never could do is balance the games, especially Rogue Waters. I think a game should be made to be good. A game should not be made for everyone, because as you try to make it for everyone, you'll make it for no one. So if they can balance the difficulty, I think the game will be fine. But I don't know why you need so many difficulty levels. You only need 2 difficulty levels. Most developers cannot even balance one. So let's in over here, and HP loss is permanent. Fight. Third weavers. It's translucent. Is that immune to damage? To range damage or to guns more precisely, which is a bit annoying. After punching ghosts. Okay. So we have a gun spider. I guess one of these guys is afraid of the gun spider, so that means they spawn the gun spider. Also, if they hit something on their way back, they take additional damage. I actually should just push them back. I think also damage is permanent. That guy shoots everyone almost. Hit some beans to restore 1 point of health. And then we'll just punch the ghost again. Overcoming fear of horses. A Unicron spawn, enemies gain 2 spots. I guess if you kill someone you get another turn. Yeah, I forgot that they actually counter your shots. I guess playing on the hardest difficulty is pointless. Why would you play on the hardest difficulty? Just so you can play a harder game? This game has meta progression, so I don't know. I'm just playing the game because I got the key for it. Thank you developers, but I don't think the game is ready to be played, and it's a huge step back from what Hard West 2 was all about. Even Rogue Water had the extra element of the... what's it called? Of the ship battles and the cannon battles, so it had an extra layer of strategy. I think I like the dynamite better. Also, when you take damage, you take the damage permanently until you heal it, which is not so bad, but it's still a bit annoying. Oh, that's a horse. We need chrome. I guess we'll try and fight the horse. Have the undo function. Oh, they have repost. Well, undo that then. Oh, it even shows you that you might go back. Okay. I don't know. What's even the point of playing on a harder difficulty? Let me show you what the difference between the difficulty is. So it's basically unplayable on that difficulty because you just get too many debuffs. So let's play on challenging, which apparently is the recommended difficulty level, and I'll show you how fast I go for this. So yeah, I think the developer should just make one difficulty level, and the more you unlock and the more you play, the easier it becomes in a way. As it is right now, it feels like it's a cheap shot in a way. You see, on this difficulty, they just have less health, but if they have more... tutorial. If they have more health, there's nothing you can do against them, since this is not a RPG. You just start off as you start. Coming. We have the nightmare pressure, we have the pistol shot. But he doesn't have any beans. Okay. So we have nightmare essence. We can convert that into something at the end of the raid. We have broken weapons. And then you just advance through the city. And do some of the events. Monolith. It seems like it's always the same in the beginning. I'll just choose the dynamite. This is an explosive item that can deal a lot of damage. So this has 4 HP. Okay, I guess we'll have to fight like this. Oh, it no longer has riposte. That makes it a lot easier. Don't punch the big boss creature. Guess we'll go over here. Wait, that's a wraith, so we can shoot it with a shotgun. And you can see, it just shows you how much damage it will take, and you have all of the info you need. This was a mistake, by the way. Because he's taking more damage. Guess you have to do it like this. Let's get the extra heal. No, he doesn't. So skip that, take fall. So who has the beans? I guess that pocket item is going to be fun to use. I guess you will get the dynamite. The characters look okay, everything looks okay just because it's from an experienced developer. I guess that's healing 3 HP. It doesn't really matter. Let's see if we can finish this. So the more you... Yeah, they still haven't fixed this. So in my opinion, the Wendigo should never be this big. The Wendigo should be human leveled. Because otherwise, I think this is just a game made with store-bought assets. Imagine this creature is in front of you. What do? You punch it, and if you punch it 4 times it dies. This creature looks like it could survive a hit from a train, and you just punch it to death. It's a hard sell, sadly. I guess we can either run away or fight. I could have put them in another location. Actually, no, that was the plan. Yeah, that was the exact plan. Yeah, just shoot it, right? It will die. I think the shooting skill has a cooldown. Fear of Wendigo. let's take it over here. So he bounces on the crate. Kinda miss Rogue Waters with all of its nonsense and its permanent upgrades. You're not going to punch anyone. Blue. Yeah, you always have to remember positioning. Positioning is the key. More melee damage modifier. You punch it, it hits some battles and it loses more HP. That's just still in my opinion. I don't know, I guess I cannot comment too much on the game since it has all of the things you'd want in a roguelike game. I don't know, maybe the full release will be better than this, but I'm a bit disappointed and the demo doesn't seem to have added much since I played it. I mean, this is more or less the same as the demo. Hunting rifle, that's what we got. Then you can select another district to do missions. Yeah. Why would you even play on a harder level? I don't know. I guess you can play at a harder level after you upgrade everything. Which would make more sense. I guess we'll visit Nightmare Activity. The slums will also... let's do the slums again. So we lost all consumables in case you're wondering. Oh no, we didn't lose all consumables. I guess that's because on this difficulty you gain items. So I guess if you want to play on the harder difficulties, you'll gain items on the easier difficulty and play on the harder difficulty. That doesn't make sense to me, but I guess it does have some sense. Okay, let's finish another level. I'm not sure if I'll play more of this game until it's fully released at least. It's pretty hard as it is right now, and it's a puzzle game more or less. See what I mean? You just take 1 damage too. Ooh, fear of the Wendigo again. Ooh, I'm so scared. Just punch the Wendigo. Fine, don't worry. Also, I think they used elements from their other games because this is definitely not what you'd see in the Wild West. Eat the beans. He has the movement speed and punch it again, it will die. It's just more movement speed, yeah. He would need more movement speed with the shotgun. Shimmerer. More range damage, I like it. Oh, okay, we'll get another survivor. Sure, we'll get one. Snake Eyes Jab. Creepy Puppet. Yeah, I cannot spawn over there. This is also a rifle user. We have one extra range damage, in case you're wondering why he died in one rifle shot. I guess it's based on the classes, and at some point we'll just get another class. And I guess you have to increase the difficulty after you get enough items. And that puppet is straight out of Rogue Waters, if you ask me, even their animations are the same. I don't think I like it. It's just the same stuff, except the enemies are so overpowered, there's not much you can do against them. So what do you do against that? Nothing, because the enemies don't care if they die or not, but you care a lot if you die or not. Okay, so I completely removed him out of harm's way. Why? Why do developers do this? Can they not see that the game is not really that fun? Or that certain mechanics don't work as they think they work? How are you supposed to save a character when they're just floating around and running all over the place? It's some parts. Party. I guess if we heal him, he'll come back. Ransack pharmacy. If he dies, what happens? You just keep him as a dead character? Yeah, this will get super boring really fast. I'm already bored of it. What's even the point of playing the same fight over and over and over with just more and more silly combats like this? I mean, bit of puppets. What are you supposed to do if you're just put in these situations? Because in Rogue Waters you actually had a lot of distance between you and the enemies, but here you just spawn apparently the same area as your enemies. Okay, he'll eat some beans and he'll be happy. It makes it very hard to attack enemies if they always have a way to get back at you. Why did it take 3 points of damage? Do I care? Not really. Why does the rope appear after you kill them? Yeah, this is super buggy. And then a spider appears. This game is so unfair, really. That counts as a fire weapon. It's a firearm, so more damage. Let's try and block that enemy. That counts as a fire weapon as well, okay. Shooting. Okay. Take all. I guess this might appeal to a lot of people, but I'm just waiting for the full release or another game from this developer. Safe passage, ransacked pharmacy. Turn to the city map. I guess we can play more, or yeah, let's play more. Yeah, having an extra character would have helped a lot. Johnny Splinter. So I can work with Johnny Splinter. He sounds like a good guy. Is that supposed to teach you all of the possible? Yeah, they even... Not having a push, I guess it's a big problem. Okay, just go over here, shoot that Wendigo. Stab it, I guess. Again. I guess that could have been much better planned. Oh no, it works. What can I do against that puppet? So, as you can see, we had an enemy that we couldn't attack no matter what we did. And we just had to tank a hit. I guess after they die, they drop a string. Is he wearing chainmail on the face, dynamite on his body, and nothing else? Close from chapel. Dung immunity. I like the idea of a nail bomb more. Yeah, these maps are not fun. In Rogue Waters you had more tactical options, but here, fun on a map, kill enemies, rinse, repeat, fun, not fun, play again if not fun. Yeah, this was actually planned. As you can see, you can pull off some really crazy combos if you want to use your brain power for that, but it's boring. I guess we're no longer dealing extra damage with that. Let's move him out of the way. He's drinking a potion like in Rogue Water, but he's actually eating beans. Okay, no, wait. Punch. Falcon punch. Oh, I guess if he had his shot, that would have been so easy. What does fire do? Are they immune to fire? I don't think so. I guess we replace the beans since we need more damage. Return to the city map. I guess we can return to the city map, which means we can escape with all of our loot, which means we can keep all of those items. Interesting, so I guess we have some equipment there. Well now. Okay. They just give you more and more stuff, so I guess the game gets a lot better if you play more. Ooh, Cavalry Saber. How do I choose who goes into the combat? We'll play one more fight so you can see how it is once you get some equipment, and then if you increase the difficulty you lose the equipment when you die. I have to get one of these as well. He already has the healing, so we'll have to do. Oh, they gave me the character that didn't have the pocket knife. That's annoying. Kind of disappointed. They could have at least changed the icons or the animations to fit what you're doing. Wounds cleansing. That was the bleeding in case you're wondering why he died. I guess I can shoot them. No. Meh, okay. You can shoot multiple characters, sadly. Then we just punch him, right? Yeah. Root essence. Okay, well, let's see what we get from this one and then I'll end the video. I guess the game has a lot of potential, but I don't know. I just don't want to play something that seems like it's part of an asset store. I like the developers and I hope they make more games and I'm just playing this to support them. But they better make this one good, otherwise I think I'll lose all of my hope in developers, in these developers. Does it matter where the bomb lands? Not really. I guess you go over here and eat your beans. Eat your beans in peace. So as you can see, the activity I was doing most of the game was just eating beans. Oh, that disappeared already? Meh. Such a cheap trick with the hitting the wall and going back and forth. I think we can fix some of the broken weapons for later and just use them. I guess we can see what the other survivor will be and then in the video. Yeah, this is just as addictive as Dark Water in a way or Hard West in another way, but it's not even close to that Poker Face Bishop. I'm not sure what he does. That looks kind of creepy, but again, it doesn't fit with the rest of the size of the characters. Seems like any of these monsters could split us in two if they look at us. So he just shoots targets. Pointing. I guess I should have gotten the nail bomb. He bites when he heals 1 HP, so that's a skill straight out of Rogue Waters. Rogue Waters. Okay. He has infinite range like that. Както Жакала Поте, буядный. Yeah, he just comes in and just kills everyone. A horse face appeared, sadly. the spider. You can die to the bleed, which is great. Oh. I don't know, this is just boring to me. And very unfair, because this is not a popular RPG. Okay, so we got another character that died. And we also have other characters that died. Breakthrough kidney beans. Gambler. What does the gambler do? I don't see much of a difference. What's the difference between a gambler and a gunslinger, if I might ask? Because they have 1 HP and that's about it. Why would you pick the gambler if that's the case? I don't know. Like I said, it's work in progress. We'll probably have to come back to this game in a few months and see how it evolves. Bye bye.